So, well, more and more children and adults are being diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. Apparently some news anchors are being diagnosed with it as well. But there is a group in Kansas City that wants to start rethinking the so-called labels attached to this diagnosis. I'm joined right now by Dr. Lynn Weiss, author and expert on attention deficit disorder. And so fascinating just chatting with you before this interview. But you're able to diagnose both like that.
Well, the serious side of this is the very fact that you understand what I was talking about. That already means we're in the same language system,
right.
Which also means that because I have lots and lots of ADD attributes, and I changed the languaging of this, not symptoms, because I don't believe that ADD is a symptomatic thing. It's a brain diversity. That means different. They were talking about men are from wherever, Mars, and women. And we need both. They're just different.
Right.
They used to think one was inferior.
So let me tell you what I'm thinking right now, Dr. Weiss. So you've been doing this for more than 40 years, so I trust your diagnosis, but there is a stigma attached to it. So right now I feel lesser.
I don't use the word diagnosis.
You know, what do you, label?
We have attributes. We can be talkative. We see the big picture. We're very sensitive. Part of the attention thing is that we don't miss a thing. We hear it or see it or feel. The sensory is huge. And the language problems come between. Well, it's a continuum. Over here are all kinds of analog. I've also changed that, ADD attributes. Down at this end are the linear ends. And by the way, we live in a linear culture. That's why school is so hard. In the old apprenticeship model, there weren't the kind of problems. You got in, you did the job, somebody showed you, you didn't read about it. Which makes it be away from you. We have to become absorbed. I learned to write books by writing the first one with somebody. And when I did that, I began to get the feel of it. And then the second book, she stepped aside. And this is, by the way, for parents, too, to help their children who are maybe struggling in school. To send them off or make it all the time quiet, there are pieces of that that are useful. But the reality is that the way our brain works is only different. And for example, we don't write an outline ahead of time and then go along. We get an idea and we go, and we go on and we look at this huge universe in which we live. And the pieces begin to come together and we see the end result at the beginning. Then we go back and write the outline for the linear situation.
Dr. Weiss, I like what you're saying because about learning by doing. We're in the show me state in Missouri, so this is appropriate.
Perfect.
I like that analysis. But it sounds to me a little bit like you're saying being labeled, or what was the term you used? Diagnosed, you didn't like that, but whichever, ADHD and ADD, it's not such a bad thing.
It is.
Do successful people have these?
Right. Oh, honey, do they ever? Not a bad thing. This whole thing is absolutely wonderful. One of the most of the what were called symptoms, particularly behavioral symptoms, came because of something I labeled chronic stress disorder.
Do you have it?
Oh, do I have it?
I don't know.
I don't have it. I am ADD. I'm ADHD.
That's powerful.
It is hugely powerful. I had a lot of experience. I'm old, so so whatever. But by the way, we age well. We age so well because we have the fun. We have all this great stuff.
We have a blast.
Going.
Wait, yeah, we do have fun, I guess. So what? Any advice? I mean, what?
Well, okay. First of all, and this is why this new group is starting, I wanted to start a mentorship program, not where people who are farther down the line can turn and help the next. I can help you because I've been in it longer and around.
I think you are,
And then you will turn and you'll help the next person. And when you meet in a group and you talk, it's like finding like kind. It is so exciting. And we understand each other. If you've got a marriage, which also often happens, and it's pretty useful to have a very not ADD person who do all the little detail stuff and keep you on track.
Hope my wife's DVRing this right now. She tends to DVR all our episodes.
It saves the game because so much of the creativity comes, but needs help.
Balance.
But that doesn't mean that's wrong because these people can't make that creativity happen.
My goodness.
And they say, well, we're not talented. Well, I feel that way about
I love you, Dr. Weiss. I wish you didn't live in Dallas. You could come on every day.
Well, I can be bought.
Yeah. Well. I mean, it's such helpful stuff. Look, I want to get a plug-in for what you guys are going to be doing tomorrow. So, again, the first meeting for Rethinking ADD is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Platte County Community Center in Parkville. For more information, we do have a link over on our website, KCTV5.com. Dr. Weiss, such an absolute pleasure speaking with you and meeting you. I must be ADD or ADHD because we bonded, huh?
That's how it is.
That's it. Such a pleasure meeting you. Thanks so much for... Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, honey, I don't know what generation I am, but whatever.
She's probably on Snapchat, too. My goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Alexis, take it away.
Love her.